Hello, friends. Rohan looked at his wife and whispered, "Look at Zoya. Why can't you be smart like her?" And across the room, Adil told his slim wife, "You should gain some weight. Meher looks like a real woman." This story is about two couples. Let's start the story. The music was loud, the lights were bright, everyone was dressed beautifully. It was Adil and Zoya's wedding anniversary. They had invited close friends. Rohan and Meher were also there. Adil was slim, tall, and very confident. His wife Zoya was also smart, active, and stylish. Rohan, on the other hand, was a bit overweight and shy. His wife Meher was chubby and wore simple clothes. During the party, Rohan looked at Zoya and whispered to Meher, "Look at her. How smart she is. Why can't you be like her?" Meher's smile faded. She looked down. "Rohan, I try, but this is how I am," she said softly. That night, Meher cried silently. She opened her wardrobe and stared at her dresses. She touched her stomach. She looked at her wedding photo. "Am I really that bad?" she whispered to herself. But across the city, something else was happening. Adil, who had everything smart and perfect, looked at Zoya and said, "Why don't you gain some weight? You look like a stick. Look at Meher. She looks like a real woman." Zoya was shocked. "What? You always said you like slim girls." Adil shrugged. "Yeah, but Meher looks soft, homely. You are just sharp and cold." Zoya's heart broke that night. She had worked hard on her fitness. She felt beautiful, but now her husband was comparing her too. Over the next few weeks, things got worse. One day, Rohan saw Meher cooking and said, One day Rohan saw Meher cooking and said, "Zoya made this dish last week. It looked so good in her Instagram story. Yours looks okay." Another day, Adil told Zoya, "You never care like Meher. She respects Rohan more. You always argue." Both women were being compared to each other. Both were losing confidence. Both were tired of proving their worth. One day, Meher and Zoya met at a cafe. Accidentally, they smiled politely and sat together. At first, silence. Then suddenly Meher said, "Zoya, your husband thinks you are better than me." Zoya laughed sadly. "And your husband thinks you are better than me." They looked at each other and then burst into laughter. The pain turned into truth. They talked for hours that day about their husbands, their feelings, their silent tears. One Sunday, Rohan's father fell sick. Meher stayed up all night to take care of him. She made soup, gave medicine, and held his hand. Rohan watched quietly. That night, his father said, "You are lucky, son. This girl is gold. Never compare gold with silver." Rohan felt a lump in his throat. In another home, Adil lost his job. He was angry, stressed, but Zoya stood strong. She updated his resume, contacted people, stayed strong for him. Adil broke down one night and said, "Why are you not crying?" Zoya held his hand. "Because I am your wife, and I will never let you fall alone." Adil hugged her tightly. For the first time, he saw her soul. Rohan brought roses for Meher. He sat beside her. "I am sorry, Meher. I compared you. I was blind. You are not like Zoya. You are better because you are you." Tears rolled down Meher's face. She smiled. "Thank you, Rohan. That means a lot." Adil held Zoya's hand and said, "Forgive me. I kept looking outside, but all I ever needed was inside our home. You are enough." Zoya nodded. Her eyes were wet too. They met again, all four of them, this time happier, stronger. Zoya and Meher laughed together, not in pain, but in peace. Adil and Rohan smiled and shared jokes, both thankful for the woman who never gave up. They had learned a lesson, a deep one. Moral: the grass always looks greener on the other side. But sometimes, if you water your own garden, it becomes beautiful too. If you like my video, then must share it with your loved ones. Thank you.